Hello everyone! I'm finally back with another video and it's been such a long time since I posted anything, I know. A part of that is because I've been really busy with school and stuff, but also because YouTube keeps removing my comments. And that really made me lose all of my motivation and I didn't want to post anymore, but I'm back. So recently, one of my cousins adopted a cat, and that gave me the idea to make this video. The pets I had in the past. So a year or two ago, we were out on a walk as a family and we saw a little baby dove just sitting on the side of a road, and it obviously fell off its nest. Poor baby. And we didn't know what to do at first. But luckily our dad was there with us and we waited there for quite a while, just waiting for its mom to come pick him up or something. But we didn't want to leave it alone because there were a lot of wild cats in that area and we were pretty sure it was gonna get eaten if we left it alone. So we finally decided to take it home with us and named it Nugget. Actually, I've posted a lot of updates about Nugget on my other channel. I used to post community tabs and stuff like that, and updates about his growth, his how he acts, and all sorts of things. And one of you guys actually decided his name. I was really confused on what I should name him, so I let you guys choose its name. And my whole family also thought the name really suit him. He's like a little nugget. I really love him. Okay, so then we brought him home and he was quite scared at first, which was expected. But slowly but surely he got used to us. And we bought his food, feed, and everything. And he was literally the cutest little thing I have ever seen in my whole entire life. We basically decided to raise him till he could be old enough to take care of himself, and we would just release him back into the wild again. So when we brought him home, he wouldn't eat anything, so we had to hand feed him his food, and over the time I think he got in the habit of someone feeding him, so he wouldn't even try to eat on his own. Or maybe he was just weak or just stupid, I'm not sure. But this made him so cute. Once I was sleeping on my bed and I felt something on my face. I just opened my eyes and there he was, sitting on my bed, telling me, "Wake up, human, and feed me." Though he was adorable, there was a lot of cleaning and poop involved. Since we were raising him inside our house and he would most of the time be sitting on our laps or shoulders, I would get pooped on about 2 to 3 times a day. So I don't know how many pairs of clothes I've changed in that period of time we had him. Also, I forgot to mention that he couldn't fly yet. Obviously, he was newly born. He also didn't have all of his feathers yet, so he couldn't fly. So since we were planning to release him back into the wild, we used to take him out on walks, several hours of walks outside, outdoors, the place where we found him, so he could eventually be able to survive when we let him go. And over time he grew, his wings, his feathers came out, and I was so happy. It was like watching your child grow. At first, when we went on walks, he would just sit on our hands and watch the world. But over time, when he learned that he had this ability to fly, he would just flap his wings and fly off our hands and start walking on the ground. But we would keep a close eye on him since, as I mentioned, there were a lot of cats and we did not want him to die. And I'm glad that we did, because once he flew out of my hand and went straight towards a cat who was sitting under a car. Oh, we all just started screaming, which luckily scared the cat away, but that could have ended very badly. Like he almost wanted to die. He wasn't the smartest dove of the nest for about a month or two, I think, and there was finally a time where I had to move back to Pakistan for my studies, and he was left alone with my dad. And my dad loves him more than life. My dad loves animals, so he took really good care of him. And he was like my dad's little child. And my dad kept giving us updates about him, and he would sleep inside my dad's shirt. He was so cute. He would do that before too. Like whenever I was holding him, he would just snuggle inside my arm or try to get inside my shirt. It was so cute. And one day we got a call from our dad, and he told us about the bad news. He said that he was working and Nugget was just sitting beside him, and suddenly it seemed like he couldn't breathe, and like he was having a stroke of some sort. And an hour after that, he passed away. And we had no idea what happened, what could have caused that. Like, we till now we have no idea. And that day both of my parents cried, I cried, my brother cried, we all cried. It was so sad. This was the second animal I've ever raised. The first one was when I was 9 or 10. It was a small little kitten, and I don't remember very clearly since it was a really long time ago, but I remember it being super skinny and small, and we just gave it some food and water, and eventually it started living in our front yard. We made a bed and everything for it, and over time we got really attached to her, and she was so cute. She would cuddle with us and sleep on our laps. We had her for about 3 months, I think. She really grew up, and one day we had guests over, and all the guests were playing with the cats, and they left pretty late. We all went to bed. In the morning, I woke up to give the cat its food, but I couldn't find her. Whenever I called her name, she would come running out because she knew I brought her food, but I couldn't find her. So I started to panic. I was so scared. I called my parents. I was like, I can't find her anywhere. And they started to search for her as well, because this was very odd. I ran outside the house to look for her, and at that time our neighbor was coming out of their house to throw their trash away, and they called me over. They were like, you had a cat, right? They opened their trash bag and showed me a corpse of a cat whose head was bitten off, half of her head, and was like, is this your cat? I instantly bursted out in tears, and I ran straight home. I told my parents, she's dead. I was so sad that day. And I was like just crying to my parents, just bring her back, bring her back. And they were like, how in the world are we supposed to bring back the dead? And that is the reason I no longer have any pets.